Happy Wednesday. Okay, I'm going to walk you through how to apply makeup to make your skin look flawless, and also just kind of a routine that'll allow it to last through your workday. This is not glam makeup. This is not my 5-minute go and glow where you can like slap it on and not pay any attention at all. There's a video for that I've already made, so check that out if you don't have a moment to spare. Otherwise, I'm gonna show you what I do when I go into the office, or if I'm meeting friends for happy hour for dinner. I felt like today was a perfect day to record this. I was actually getting ready to just shoot a video, and I thought I'm gonna share this with you because my skin is not on point. I'm dealing with some blemishes, some hormonal breakouts, and also I have dark circles. I always have dark circles. I've always had them. So first and foremost, I did apply Trio. Skin Better makes it, and it has caffeine in it. I do that around my eyes because it depuffs and it just kind of helps move blood. Next up, so one of my favorite sunscreens, it's Vivier. And it's a lotion with an SPF of 30, and it also has antioxidants. So I'm gonna apply that. It's real important to apply something before you're gonna apply your makeup. If you're young, if you're a teenager, just use aloe vera, like straight aloe vera. It's what I used to use when I was a kid. It won't break the bank. It's clean, it's pure. Apply that before you do your makeup because that way your makeup will have a smoother, more luminescent finish. So next up, I do like cleaner products when they're on my face. It doesn't always work out that way, but I have two favorite foundations. Now I need to replenish one of them. One of them, thanks to Kelly Strack, I believe, and you can follow her on YouTube. She is a makeup guru, and I love all of her videos. They're really great, so follow her. She's amazing, but she's the one that introduced me to Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and then my boss loves it as well, like I love it, and I will be using their concealer. So that foundation is awesome. Otherwise, I'm hooked on Beauty Counter Tint Skin, and Audrey, thanks, because you introduced me to this. You told me to try it out, and I do really like this. I still use my Bare Minerals a lot, but when I'm getting ready for my day and I can properly apply my skincare the way I'm supposed to, my SPF is on. Like I said, this is not my 5-minute, smack it on, go on with my day, try to hold it together. This is like you have a minute and you're taking time. So some Beauty Counter, I put it on top of my hand, and the blending brush is something I've talked about before. Get your blending brush. This one is Jane Iredale. I tap it. I'm gonna show you exactly how to do this because I get asked a lot how I made my cheekbones look good and if I had injections recently, and it's usually just the way I did my makeup that day. So not that I'm opposed to any of that. My point being, it's just the way I've been doing my makeup lately. So this is what I do. By the way, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please click subscribe. It's like this thing. My kids ask me, they'll be like, "Mommy, how many subscribers do you have?" And mind you, they watch like Dude Perfect and Park Ranger LB, and like they have millions of subscribers. So it's okay. It's okay. They're like, "Oh, well, that's more than yesterday." They're my little cheerleaders. So as you can see, as I'm using this Beauty Counter, it creates really pretty coverage without looking caked on there. I am gonna go back and hit like the things that bother me most, my imperfections, with concealer. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. Okay, so you blend this, and you do wanna take what's left on your hand and just take it down your neck. Unless you are still doing makeup the way you did it in 92, you don't wanna have like line of demarcation. Everybody sees that, everybody knows about it but you. Also, I have not had a chance to work on my skin. My skin's been a disaster, and to be quite honest, my back and my neck are just destroyed, so even this is a little uncomfortable to do. Okay, step 1, Beauty Counter. Oh, the color. The color is Sand Sable, but you can color match. So anyway, that's the first thing I do. Next up, this palette is incredible. If you don't want to have a bazillion products to reach for, which I don't, these Too Faced palettes, the reason I like them is they remind me of like MAC Cosmetics in that the pigment is true and it's really like dense, but at the same time, they smell really good. They smell like coconut. Yeah, and look, you have everything. You have your blush, you have your highlighter, and you have your bronzer. And I kind of mess around with these. I don't always use the same ones, but let's use bottom right. It's Tropic Like It's Hot. So Tropic Like It's Hot, tap, tap, tap. I'm just tapping my brush in there. And like I said, these hold a lot of pigment, so make sure you tap the side or you'll get way too much. I'm gonna push my hair behind my ears, and I think I've shown you before, I could just kind of brush up. I'm trying to do this. Oh, by the way, my lighting, I have my windows open and just natural light hitting me. I don't have fancy lights. So if you can do this at home. I don't have actually a good place to get ready in the morning, so half the time this is how I do it, because if you can make yourself look good in natural light or just like blend everything, then you look good in every kind of light. So run it down your neck. And you can tell I kind of apply it somewhat heavy because I'm gonna come back with my blending brush, down and up. Okay, usually what I do is whatever color I put on my cheeks, I put in the crease of my brow for just looking flawless. This is that like flawless look that you took your time. It's that effortless flawless look that actually takes time to make. So now I'm gonna take this brush. Stacy Holes, you told me to buy this forever ago when we cheered together, and I still have it. So I can't even tell you who makes it. It's worn off, but it's an angled brush. This is one of your best tools to get a really good wing and make your eyes look bigger. So you put this is kind of tricky. I'm not used to doing makeup on camera. Okay, you put it in the corner so it's angled towards the wing of your eyebrow, and then you just move it in. My eyebrows, I do need to do them. I'm overdue. So that'll happen one of these days. And then I kind of brush inward in the corner. You don't have to. You can just do this. Right now, all of your lines are gonna be fairly harsh. Oh, I forgot to show you guys something that I do usually before this. And I'm not gonna re-record this because usually I record these like once, maybe twice, and then I just let you see them because I don't want a million filters and I don't want, I don't know. I just want it to be authentic and very real. Although fast forwarding should probably be happening right now. Okay, so I put it up in the crease and I forgot this step. And this is usually what I do third. Okay, so this is Born This Way Multiple Use Sculpting Concealer. Too Faced makes it. The color is nude. So this is actually what creates all the contouring. So under your eye, you can see how dark I am. Tap, 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 and move it out. Tap, 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 move it out. Then, usually one dip in here is enough, but I put a lot up here. I put it above my lip. For me, I deal with melasma. I think you can kind of see that darkness. And then I have like these blemishes that have been here for like a month, right here. And so I move it out. I always see everybody put it here, so I do. And then I put it up here. And then go back to your blending brush. You can be careless. Ready? Blend. Just blend everything. Honestly, you cannot blend too much. If anything, it looks more and more flawless. The more blended, the more flawless it looks. Now, this is where you just kind of want to sweep outwards. So sweep, 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 and I put it over my lid and I run it down. And here is where you're gonna see, and I might have to actually look in a real mirror. Dun, da, da. Other side, sweep out, and then kind of roll it over the top of. Okay, see how much I just blended everything that I put on? I mean, it's not even the same anymore. But we are gonna come back with a little bit of a highlighter. Oh, that doesn't look the way it usually does. That lighting's not awesome. Okay, so I just blended it. Okay. Next, if you want your eyeshadow to stay, this is one of the best. It says it's a shadow primer. I think it says anti-crease. It still probably creases a little bit. I don't know that it's total anti-crease, but it does make your shadow stay. I mean, you could put this stuff on at 4 p.m. and at 4 a.m. it would still be where you put it. So Too Faced makes this also. I've always liked Too Faced, kind of since I was a teenager. I've always liked their products. They just make good stuff. They don't know how much I like them. I should try to tag them. I actually don't even know how to do that in a video like this, but well, there's always room to learn. Okay, so I'm just kind of pushing it over. Don't rub like I just did. Tap, tap, tap. You can take it all the way up to your brow bone, which just kind of, you can see where I use that shadow, it actually blended. So it's awesome. Okay, now we have a clean palette. So now I'm gonna come back, and this is a beautiful shimmery, it's called Satin Sheets color. And I'm just gonna use it as a highlighter at the top of my brow, or at the top of my cheekbone. I sometimes go out of order. I mean, I don't really have an order. I kind of just, some things have an order. Again, you're gonna blend everything, so you can kind of see how pretty that is. People are always like, oh, your skin looks flawless. I'm like, yes, this is highlighter. I'll show you exactly what I do. So that's what I'm doing, showing you, because why not? Let's all glow together. Okay, again, this bad boy, and just to blend, and I don't get too crazy, I just blend it down my cheekbones so that you don't have like a straight line of highlighter. You've probably seen that. I've seen that. I've had that done to me. Like anytime I get my makeup done, I'm always like, because they create such lines. So unless you're doing a film or you're gonna be on stage, blend. All right, let's do our eyes next. So after all of that, you probably have some foundation in your eyebrows. I take a paper towel, I dampen it, and then I just run over the actual hair, because then your color comes back a little bit, right? Then, filling in your brows. So brush your brows straight up and around, and please don't judge me too harshly right now. As I said, I'm overdue with like everything that needs to happen on my skin. That's why it's mad at me. Okay. And now I can't find what I need, but okay, we'll just use this. So I do use this, like when I travel, I'll just travel very lightly with what you're seeing here. This Too Faced Natural Eyes, I have bought this as gifts. I have repurchased this, I like it so much, but they have a brown in here. It's called Cashmere Bunny. So I'm gonna use that one in my brows. And I usually use a darker color in my brows, but it's summer, so sometimes it's better to just kind of lighten it up. See, I need to trim my brows. Oh, don't look, don't look. There we go. But guess what? Everything's not always gonna be on point if you have a life. And most people I know are busy, like so busy. Like this makeup application is faster when I'm not trying to look so closely. But I mean, really, I think I do it in probably 15 minutes, 20 minutes at most, and that's because it's my mascara that takes forever. Okay, so stay on this palette. I'm gonna blend two colors because they're just really, really pretty when you mix them. First, I'm gonna take Push Up right here and just take like a little bit and go from the outside inward. I mean, ultimately, this is all gonna blend, and you wouldn't know that I used all of this, but this is what it takes. I suppose you can leave this part out, but I like it. I like to use this color, actually. Like, I'll take the edge of this brush, because who has time to switch brushes out, and go right underneath. Remember the days when you were a teenager and you could spend hours on your makeup? Teenagers, if you do your makeup like this, you'll just look like you have perfect skin. It's really pretty. Okay, next up, mixed Honey Pot. So a little bit of Honey Pot, and it is Honey Pot, like I buy this just for Honey Pot, I would. And then I mix it with Silk Teddy, so a little bit of Silk Teddy. And then kind of start on the bottom, because this is like a highlighter, and it's so pretty in the spring and the summer. And just blend it, mix it. Ooh, yeah. There's not a perfect science. That's why I wanted to show you how to do this. Okay, there we go. This one with this one. And you don't have to mix them. That's just my fast way. I just kind of press into it, blend it. And I might come back with Silk Teddy, which is this one, right in the corner. Now in the winter, I might do more of a matte look. But right now it is really hot out. It's summertime technically in Kansas City, so. And then take my ring finger into Silk Teddy and put it right under my brow bone. And then I just blend everything up. So you had already put, you know, normally I'd have taken the color that I used on my cheeks and put it in there and blended everything. But since I got really excited and prematurely did it, it's already in there. It's just blended. Okay, so blending up. It's not too fancy. It just should look pretty. Occasionally, I will feel like my cheeks need a little more pop, and if you like a little more pop, then you can go back to this palette. Take your blush brush. This one's Jane Iredale. You can use a different color, or you can just go, like, I can use this bright pink, and it barely tap into it. Sometimes I like to use it just because it's pretty. And just kind of barely take it there. And then you get that tiny pop. You don't want too much though. You know what? If you think it might be too much and you're not sure, ask a kid. Phone a kid, they'll tell you. Be like, why do you have all that stuff on your cheeks? Every time. I used to nanny for a handful of families, but one in particular I watched them for just a summer, but they always made me laugh. So now I feel like there's too much there. So I'm just gonna do a little blend. But I dropped the kids off for their first day of school, and the little boy came home and he's like, yeah, I like my teacher, but she puts way too much of that pink stuff all over her cheeks. They'll let you know. That's all I'm saying. Okay, if you don't want to be shiny like right under your eyes and you want your highlighter just to be in certain areas, a little luminescent powder is all you need. This is Kat Von D, and this is like way too much. So I'm putting it on top of my hand, kind of tap it out, go inside, sweep out. I'll do the other side. And this was like a Sephora gift. Yeah. But this will just kind of keep it from looking greasy, but then you still get that luminous look, that perfect, you can like put it wherever you think you need it. I kind of put it where my concealer was, and then that way around the face has the highlighter, the top of the cheekbones, just to reiterate, the brows, and then I do have it on my lids, like I said, because of the time of the year. I'm gonna do my lips real quickly. So I've shown you this, it's Corda Balm. Put this chapstick on, and the reason I use it, or use like your Aquaphor or your Vaseline, the reason I love it is because it makes your skin or your lips like super smooth. It's healing because of the hydrocortisone, which if you're not into it because of the hydrocortisone, then use like coconut butter or whatever you like to use. But it keeps all the lipstick from like sitting in your cracks. It almost creates like a barrier. Then my beauty counter lipstick. This one is Backstage that I'm using, and I'm gonna smear it. So I'm just gonna put it right here, right here, right here. And I actually don't take it into the corners because I'm gonna push it. And then that way your lips aren't totally bare. If you see me around, if you know me, this is usually what's on my lips. So Lindsay Hernandez, Lauren Rodriguez, those are your beauty counter contacts. Those are my beauty counter contacts. Just giving them some love because they deserve it. And lastly, mascara. I've shown you this one before. I tried some other ones that people recommended. Came right back to this one. It's Lengthening Skinny Brush Mascara, long and tall. I get it on Amazon. It's like 26 bucks. It's not outrageous. If you have false lashes, then you get to skip this step and you're done. But mascara makes all the difference in the world. Like I said, I use Latisse, but I have not been able to use it lately. My eyes, I have terrible allergies. My eyes go nuts in the spring and in the fall, like so many other people's, and so just kind of goes by the wayside. All right, I'm actually gonna put this on because when I did my Go and Glow beauty app, it was like my third take and I already had some stuff on. And, oh man, every time. So if I try to do my makeup kind of fast, that happens. Does that happen to you? I know, so irritating. Half the time I do this makeup application in the car when we're driving somewhere, because we can leave sooner, and usually Bromster is driving, and you've got natural light. That's what's so great. Honestly, my mascara takes me 5 minutes. Leaning forward is kind of killing me. Let me lean back. If you're an esthetician, stop leaning forward with your chin. You're gonna end up like me. My neck is destroyed. All right, other side. As you can see, it just makes everything look, honestly, the gold it's like, oh, it looks pretty. Without too much effort, without needing to know exactly how to place something. I could have made it more complicated and added like eyeliner or more contouring, but you don't need all of that if it's all day, every day, because sometimes like I'll show up at a restaurant for lunch and the waitress will be like super cute, but she'll look like we're in Vegas and it's like 1 a.m. It's too much. It's too much. And that kind of makeup's super fun, but I just want to grab her and be like, you're so cute. You don't need that much in the middle of the day. You know, you don't have to paint on your eyebrows and put 2 pairs of falsies on. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a time and a place. All right. Ooh, are we almost done? I'm bored with myself. Okay. Again, stop looking at my eyebrows. I need to do them. Okay. Done. And it's just really not that impressive with this lighting, but this is natural light. You saw my dark circles, you see everything. Yeah. If you wanted to do, if you're like a lip gloss girl, then you could put lip gloss on top. And it does look pretty. Sometimes it's just too much though. Like, the wind blows and it's stuck in your mouth, and then like if you're me, you're like holding one of your kids and you're holding the diaper bag, and then you're trying to be cute and your hair like blows in your mouth, and then you're like eating your hair, and then you see a friend, and disaster. Okay, so there you go. Comment below with any questions. I hope you try it out, because it's like, it's really easy, but it'll stay all day, and just that little bit of contouring and just that little way to kind of blend it makes everything look really awesome. So hit me up, comment, like, all those things, and I'll see you next week.